During this tutorial, I'm going to be talking primarily about audio transitions, but I also want to add a few comments about some of the things that we saw in the previous couple of tutorials, simply because I introduced a couple of things that we haven't really covered so far. We will be having further instruction on this as we go along, but for the moment, as I say, I do want to reiterate a couple of things that happened in those previous couple of tutorials. Now, when I say I'm going to talk about audio transitions, I will actually leave that for the following tutorial. I'm just going to talk about preparing, shall we say, our project as it is at the moment, so that we can make this a little bit clearer, so that we can focus on audio transitions next. You'll remember in the last tutorial in particular that we had these two video clips here. And also, on the video track above, video number 2, we've got that additional video clip. So far we've not really touched upon this, so let me give you some further information now. In essence, when we have more than one video track, and in this case we've got 2, then the video clip on the video track above takes precedence in terms of what gets seen. That said, what we did experience in the previous tutorial is that, yes, to confirm, this video clip on video track 2 did obscure what was below it on video track 1, so long as we had the opacity set to 100%. But when we reduced it, then we could start blending the two tracks together. Okay, now as I say, we are going to talk about this further as we progress. I just simply wanted to talk it through here as well, in case it wasn't as clear as it could have been. Anyway, I want to remove this video clip, so I'll select it and hit delete on my keyboard. We don't need to delete it, it's just that I want to delete it, because as I say, we're going to be focusing now on audio transitions, rather than on the video part of a video clip. With that said though, do notice what happens if I come over here and select another video clip with its embedded audio and drag it back over here onto video track 2. Well, as you can see, this new clip's embedded audio is automatically brought in as we would expect. But also do notice that its embedded audio gets placed on audio track 2. The reason I'm pointing this out is because, well, as I've just said about the video track 2 takes precedence in terms of video track 1, in that it will obscure video track 1 so long as video track 2 is set to 100% opacity. It doesn't quite work the same way with audio. The audio on audio track 2 won't completely silence the audio on audio track 1. What will happen is, both of those tracks will merge together. Yes, you can adjust the relative volumes, but they will blend together, even when set to their full volume, or optimum volume of 0 dB. I realise saying 0 dB sounds like it should be silence, but in terms of our VU meter, which we can't quite see at this screen size, however, in terms of audio level, 0 dB is our optimum level. Volumes below it will have a negative number. -3 dB, -7 dB, etc, etc. Additionally, if you go above 0 dB, then you will now move into distortion, which is not what we want. We will recover all this information later on, just to ensure that we get it. Okay, now even though I've just brought that video clip in with its embedded audio onto audio track 2, I don't really want it. I was only bringing it in as an example, so I'll hit delete on my keyboard once more. Also, with this project at the moment, because I've been doing a lot of cutting up and splitting and resizing, trimming, etc., this audio right at the end is a little bit superfluous, so I'll select that and I'll delete that too. Which means if I want to extend the existing audio for this clip, well, as we know, left click at the end there and trim it out to extend as far as it will go. Okay, now I'm going to leave it like that because I'm going to change it later anyway. Now, if you don't actually want to see these video tracks, these extra video tracks, or indeed audio tracks, there is a way to remove them. Right-click over your video track 2, and then roll down to the appropriate option there, delete track, okay, and that removes that particular track in isolation. You might have noticed there was another option just below, delete tracks, if you want to delete multiple tracks. I'm going to do the same thing with our extra audio track at the bottom, so I'll right-click. Now it's just slightly going off screen, but you could probably just about see it there. Delete track, and there we go. We're now left with video track 1 and audio track 1. And in fact, so that we can see this a little bit better, if I roll over the division line between the video and the audio tracks, and as my cursor changes shape, I can left click and drag this up so that we can see it better. Okay, so now that we've got everything set up as we want it, I'm going to leave it here, and in the following tutorial, we're going to talk about audio transitions. Very similar to video transitions, but distinct enough to deserve a tutorial of their own. Okay, see you in a moment.